Hi, this is Gladys. Together with me is Prayok. Unfortunately, Shivani cannot join us today, but we are super excited to present you the solution for this MYOB challenge. In a nutshell, how we're going to present this presentation is going to, with this flow. We'll start with the executive summary, the market research, the problem solution, and eventually the execution plan. To begin with, we have to understand our context. 2020 is the year of COVID-19. And within this year, the biggest sufferer, the biggest group of sufferer is indeed small businesses. And if we actually look into deeper in New Zealand context, actually within the small business industry, the baby boomers are suffering the most because they were got so used to the traditional way of doing things that they couldn't suddenly figure out how to manage their business online. Another group that is concerning during this period are young students. Indeed, over COVID-19 period, a lot of young students got unemployed or even graduates. So after doing some research, we identified there are approximately 1.3 million baby boomer small businesses. Meanwhile, according to data 2017, when students graduated, approximately 81,000 students were unemployed. So this is not really a problem of just COVID-19. It's actually a problem that has been happening. How are we going to bridge such gap? And how can we protect these two groups that have been suffering the most in both COVID-19 period and just in general the period? So we decided we are going to present a solution that can help these two groups and create a win-win solution, which is the bridge. This is going to be the most cost-efficient, simple, trustworthy, local talent sourcing platform that can help small businesses to pair up with the young students who probably don't have enough experience, but they are the social media talents or marketing talents who are willing to provide the solutions to help small businesses to go through this digital transformation in order for them to reach the right customers in the right time through the right digital channel.
Great. In order to understand the pains and the struggles, as well as our target market, our team aimed at collecting data from statistics, reports, as well as physical questioning with small-scale industries and businesses. As seen from a set of statistical data, we find that majority of the small-scale businesses with employees between 6 to 19 are focused in the retail trade in the New Zealand and Australian markets. We decided to go with this cohort and this focus group because of the following reasons. One, 29% of the businesses had struggled to communicate with customers. Second, 39% of the digital businesses were used for social media communication with their customers in 2020, as highlighted here. 3, retail and hospitality were one of the biggest industry percentages that were keen to adopt to e-commerce website. And 4, 2 of the main barriers to technological adoption, as we can see here, were cost and the time to implement. Using this, we decided to go over and talk to a lot of businesses, which included optometry businesses, bookstores, different pharmacies, clothing stores, as well as restaurants. And we got a very followed trend of pains that were throughout these different owners. So what is our target customer and our problem that we were chasing? Yes, our target customers were baby boomers or business owners that are aged between 56 to 74. Well, age is age is only a factor for demographics over here. While using psychographic information, we also found out that majority of them were retiring in a few years by selling this business. Most of them were employing very low amount of employees, and also very few actually thought about opening a new franchise. Given the solution, we were aiming at having a much greater gain benefit, which was increasing brand awareness, customer engagement, thus bringing in revenue. Also, they could have informed decisions built on product innovation and thus surviving COVID, which is pretty much a solution. However, there were a trend of pains throughout different customers that we found, or different businesses that we found out, which were revolving around lack of capital, not having enough skills or knowledge to possess a digital platform. They were unaware of the return of investment strategy, as well as they did not have enough time.
Thank you. After knowing exactly who our target customer is and what is the pain points that we are trying to solve, here we are going to dive into the details of our product. Yes, our product is called Bridge. It's this, we believe that by providing this low cost, consistent, trustworthy local talent outsourcing platform, we are able to help small businesses increase their online presence, improve the customer engagement, in the same time improve the cash flow through online sales. Meanwhile, we are able to help them save the time, the money that they usually would think of spending on marketing professionals. To begin with, we have to go into our tech. So for our platform to function, we will use the machine learning algorithm to pair the small businesses with the students. Meanwhile, it's going to be using an API interface that can trace and source students from different platforms across, such as LinkedIn or other student job search websites. When we talk to businesses, one of their biggest concern is return on investments. How are they going to invest if they cannot ensure that there's performance or quality? That's why we came up with the following solutions. First, we're going to ensure that we have some certain standards in place for our business, both from student sides and businesses sides. So we propose to have some sort of MYOB certificates, which actually is a mini screening process for us to screen through, make sure that students are in the right place to be employed. Same for companies. These are the minimum requirements for them to put into our website. Meanwhile, we are going to protect both ends by having this milestone payment protections in place. We actually borrowed a concept from the freelancer website. What it means that is we as a business are functioning as a medium, like a judge. We are going to make sure that the payments is not going to go through unless the customers are 100% satisfied with the delivered work. Yes. And as for the cash flow, we are going to mainly sell two products or two solutions for the businesses. The first one is the project. The expectation is needs to be made clear pretty clearly to begin with. For students, they would know that for our platform, they're going to work voluntarily for the projects. And as for businesses, it is not mandatory for them to give prizes to students or to give some thank you gifts for students, but it will be highly recommended. But to begin with, they don't have to do it. But as a business, we are going to charge those small businesses in two phases. One is matching phase, the other is completion phase. We decided to give some discounts for MYOB members. And the second product that we are going to focus on selling is contests. What it means is that small businesses are able to use our platform to run a mini competition, which is similar with the MYOB competition here. Pretty much businesses are able to find the best solution by selecting the winner of the competition. We are not going to charge businesses from this product. Instead, we're going to charge a certain percentage of the price given to students. Here are some examples of the user interface. Similar with Uber, students and small businesses are able to rate each other. Meanwhile, they can communicate through our platform in a secure way.
Great. So we have a product in place. We know the problem, and definitely we move towards the execution plan. As a group, we decided that our business model should focus over different customer segments, including baby boomers, as well as different partners, while keeping the value propositions in place and also looking at the cost structure. Our process is easy and follows a pretty easy timeline. We go from the initial stage of formation and market research to having a product in place, testing the product and improving it, as well as throughout the months of March and April, talent sourcing with university students over the orientation dates. Our marketing strategy is very closely aligned marketing strategy. As a small business, we believe that partnerships are an asset, and we believe to have partnerships with organizations that have similar values and similar visions of supporting students and businesses that have been affected by COVID. These include particularly government organizations, the agencies, student job websites, student job organizations such as Seek, LinkedIn, as well as small businesses in the Australian and New Zealand market. The marketing, sales activities are focused on attraction strategies such as email marketing, cold calling, as well as advertisements in Facebook and LinkedIn. And we also follow the testimonials.
As our finances, as we had mentioned in our product page, our main revenue stream comes from selling projects and contests. Hopefully, we're able to receive some sponsorship and government funds at the beginning of the stage. As you can see, we actually decide to sacrifice in the first year when we start our business by not paying our salary. However, we do believe that it's so important for us to ensure our platform is running. That's why our biggest cost is actually the software developer. Besides that is the marketing cost, maybe also including the phone bills when we call the businesses. We will start our business from Auckland, and we will see how it goes within New Zealand before we expand to other countries. We as a team of Bridge, we believe that to help businesses going through this digital transformation period, we need to help them bridge the gap between the traditional way of doing things and the digital way of doing things. And to do that, we need to bridge the gap between the baby boomers and the young people. And we really want to invite you to join us in this journey to help them, these two groups of people, to not only survive during the COVID-19 period, but most importantly, to thrive over this period. Thank you.
Thank you.